Tonight, as a World Health Organization team investigating COVID-19 says it most likely originated from animals, American and Western government officials say the United States still isn't ruling out other possibilities, including a research lab accident, though many scientists say that's unlikely. One Western intelligence official telling NBC News, the US has substantial intelligence that has not been made public about actions the Chinese government took related to the Wuhan lab and other issues, designed to obscure the origins of COVID-19 and conceal its impact early on. This month, President Biden's Secretary of State told Andrea Mitchell China is not being transparent.
That lack of transparency, that lack of being forthcoming, is a profound problem, and it's one that continues.
In January, former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo alleged researchers at a Wuhan lab had COVID-like symptoms as early as fall of 2019. WHO investigators say they've seen no evidence of a lab leak and are focusing on the early outbreak, trying to determine if it was larger than reported. China's official case count in December of 2019 is 174.
Actual infections is probably much higher.
Investigators say China did not yet provide enough specifics about those early cases. Instead, they released more general data.
In the ideal world, you'd go through it patient by patient to see how it was done, and we didn't, quite get to that stage.
The two government officials who spoke to NBC News say the evidence the US has about China's actions is significant, though inconclusive. Tonight, one crucial question is, will it ever be published?
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.